Hello, all. Welcome back to Melanin Madam. Tonight we have some great topics. Let me just tell you. So, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and most of all, comment. Comment during the live. That way I can reply back. I can't promise I will because I'm just so famous. Y'all know I got time. I'm going to reply to everybody. So, tonight we'll have our co hosts introduce themselves and then we'll get started with the topics. And this nigga.
I had to go get my other phone. But what's up, y'all? It's famous homie. We back again Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Drinking on some drink, smoking on some space boogie, ready to get stupid and talk about these burnt out ass rich people. Let's go.
On a school night, though. On a school night.
That's every
School is out right now. They're on break.
School is out.
Not
out
for you, but it is.
Not for everybody.
Don't dim my light. Don't dim my light.
I'm like, no, it's not.
It's out. Believe that. 2 weeks. I ain't got to see that school. You feel me?
I got two. We got one more day. One more day.
One more.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it. Like, subscribe, and share, y'all. Don't forget that part.
Next.
Go ahead, Ro. Go ahead, Ro.
Oh, hi, everybody. It's Rose. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing amazing. I spent the day with my goddaughter.
All right, everyone. It's Jojo Habanero, IT product manager by day, cigar enthusiast by night. Like the famous homie said, like, share, subscribe, comment. Let's go.
So, our hot topic for tonight, the famous homie is going to introduce it and then we're going to talk our shit.
Listen, okay, we got to touch on Mr. Zion Williamson, man. Zion Williamson was supposed to be the next one, the prodigy, the nigga that take the NBA for the new LeBron.
He was, huh? That was the hype one.
Yes, I remember seeing this kid in AAU when my nephews was
We've been
playing.
following this guy for basketball for a long time.
Okay, and you know, us niggas, we get the bag like that, and some of us really don't know how to act. Okay, some of us don't got no guidance. So this motherfucker, let's get started. This guy, you could have damn near any woman in the world that you want, sexually or in a relationship. You could have damn near whoever you please. And this nigga goes and chooses Mariah Mills. Now, for those of you that don't know who Mariah Mills is, don't ask me how I know. I discovered her like 10 years ago. You feel me?
He said I discovered.
Finding Nemo.
I discovered Miss Mills 10 years ago. Miss Mills is a very well-known adult film star, aka porn star, who's been working in the industry a long time. So Zion Williamson develops a relationship with her. So in this relationship, you know, it gets complex because after a while, you know, they start catching feelings. At first, of course, it starts off as a sexual thing, and it got messy. He got somebody else pregnant. She wanted to be with him. He got her pregnant, allegedly, and told her to have an abortion. But let me go ahead and share this texting conversation with y'all and how it transpired.
Wait. Is this the same person, the Anthony man, or this a different person?
Anthony who?
The other one that did the with the IG and OnlyFans model.
You talking about? Oh wait, I think you're talking about the wife that started the OnlyFans.
No, it's a black NBA.
So it is two. It's two then, bro.
It's 2 of them. Yeah.
It's two. I thought the name was Anthony. It's two. So this story is identical to that story. So yep, it's two.
Wait a minute. Who's the
I'm
other
like,
one?
is it the one that I talked about last night?
Yes.
The one I talked about last night name is Anthony.
Don't say
something.
Davis. Don't say Davis.
Doesn't really matter. So brief us on that one real quick, and then we'll talk about both. So you brief us on that one, bro.
Because
I'm gonna look for his name.
Okay. So this is
it doesn't matter. Just brief us on that one, and then we'll talk about both. Name doesn't matter. It's not important.
Okay. Who go?
You.
Oh, okay. So it's the same. His name is Anthony something, and he's an NBA player, and he got a IG OnlyFans model pregnant. when she told him that she was pregnant, he told her to go get an abortion, that he didn't want to have no kids. Then she said she didn't want to do it because she had an abortion with her son, and she thought about it every single day. So he told her allegedly he was going to give her $100,000 to get the abortion, and she got the abortion, and he never gave her the money. But his real girlfriend was pregnant at the same time.
Whoa.
Who
So
is
let
that?
me tell you about that.
I'ma
So
tell you
that's
his
the
name.
one
I'ma
that
look it
just
up.
broke right now, huh?
I'm a look up his name. I talked about it last night on my podcast.
But that's the
why I'm
one
like,
that
I
just
don't
broke
remember.
right now, though, right?
Huh?
That's the one that just broke right now this week.
Yeah.
Zion broke last season. So yes, it was two back to
Oh,
back.
yep.
The one I was referring to was Anthony. So now let's talk about what comes first, the chicken or the egg. It was a dumb conversation, but it is so dumb because it's so important. Dear Mr. Sirs, dear Mr. Wayward Penis, okay? Let me tell you something. After you induce her with your rich olive oil, you cannot tell her what to do after that. So
No.
y'all be out here making billion-dollar decisions and then be hot as fish grease when the person don't want to do it or they out you.
Mm.
Dear side chick, OnlyFans, slut in the park. I mean, whatever you're calling yourself. Let me tell you why I don't like you. Now find her name. I want her name, bro.
Anthony Edwards.
I don't care about him. What's her name? I want
No,
her
they
name.
was saying what was his name. His name is Anthony Edwards.
No, not Ant.
Yes. So let me tell you why I don't like 𝒔𝒐𝒏𝒆, madam. Let me tell you why I don't like her.
Anthony Edwards that played for the
Minnesota
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
Yes.
Fuck. I love Ant.
And that kid can ball.
Yes, he's the one. He is the one.
And she has the nerve to try to come for his game. So let me tell you, this is why I don't like it. Okay. So let me tell y'all how she set this shit up. So to me, they don't make sluts like they used to. Okay. Because if 𝒂𝒏 is still some type of poof amongst us, if you choose your role, play your role. You got your job description. It's clear.
For real.
You got your job description. Here's why I don't like it. Women hurting women. I don't like it because it's no reason to do that shit. First of all, you already intruded in her relationship, right? So, and this isn't, I don't want to hear all that. Well, he did this and he did that. We're talking about what she did. Okay. You can talk about both and we will. Two things can't exist because the chicken or the egg, right? We just said that. So, ma'am, sir, you waited until that other girl who is the girlfriend released her pictures of her being pregnant and being happy, and then you decided to tell on him.
Because he didn't
like
send the
Zion.
money.
It's the same
Because he
thing.
didn't
No, it ain't because he didn't send the money. Because when he didn't send the money, you could have did it. You didn't even let her pictures get a damn comment on it first. They weren't even hot off the presses. You didn't allow her 5 seconds. Let me tell you something why I don't respect you. And I don't care if this video don't get monetized, you little bitch. This is why I don't like it. Because we are women. That girl is pregnant. What if she were to lose her baby? She didn't do nothing wrong. You couldn't allow her to have her experience. She didn't take anything from you, but what you just did, you did to her. You didn't do that to him. Because if it was truly with him, then you could have did it then. You would have did it right away. Or now that you have put it out, little Cassie Jr. Not. What does he have to pay you for now?
Her name is
What does he have to pay you for now?
He don't got to pay her because she put it out. Her name is Paige.
Her name is Paige.
Paige.
And yes, she can't read. She can't read the room. She can't read the rules. She can't read the instructions. And we know she don't read the Bible, but that's none of my business. We all seen.
I'm looking at her IG page right now. Any man that goes, I'll send y'all her page too. Anybody that just look at her page, because I'm literally looking right now, you can tell that she's selling sex. Like literally, that's her whole IG page is that. And that's IG. She's an OnlyFans model too. So like I said last night, to me, I feel like both of them is wrong because she's giving him a fantasy or something, and he supposed to pay in return. Her fraud was you should have got at least 500,000 before you did it.
Well, she didn't get a penny. You don't think? But I don't care if you was gonna get 10,000. I don't care what you was gonna get. Who would do it? Who would do it before you get paid?
Did that. He should have knew the type of woman he was dealing with. If you dealing with some woman like that, you know that they after your money. It's both of their fault because first of all, you having sex with her and you got a girlfriend already unprotected, and then you're dealing with an OnlyFans. What do you think she's gonna do if she gets pregnant? She's gonna keep that baby. So I can't blame neither one of them. Like no one is.
You can't blame neither one.
No, I'm saying no one is more to blame than the other one.
Oh, no, you are more to blame because of how you dropped it. There is a baby involved. I don't think y'all be looking at the bigger picture.
But still,
she waited until that was dropped.
But sometimes she probably didn't even know that girl was pregnant. Just think how men act. She probably didn't know that
dropped it when the pictures came out. How she didn't know?
Oh, she dropped it when the baby mama.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
That means she's stalking the baby mama. She's stalking.
Correct.
Her,
what did that woman do to you?
I didn't know that. I didn't know
that. That's the only reason I have a really big deal with it.
Yeah, she wrong.
You have to stop doing that. These are other women. That's a baby. Like you could have waited. You could have waited. You waited all this time. So what you did was you got mad and then you posted, he made me have an abortion. You sound like Cassie. But he didn't make you do nothing.
Well, yes. At the end of the day, though, it's sad that it's this way. But the reality is, and it's sad, once again, let me say that before I say this, that a lot of people feel like they don't owe that other person no loyalty. That's not my friend. That's not my homie. That's not my sister. Sadly, that is that way. It should be that way, but that's the way people think.
They
so
won't.
This is why I have to go back to Aunt, which I love Aunt.
You put your girl in that position.
If you would have kept your stuff in your pants, or at least if you would have pulled out or prophylactic, or if you would have had some type of protection or something to prevent, you have to be smart, man. You can't be that stupid. So once again, it's on you, bro. You caused all of this.
A woman can't get pregnant that you don't get her pregnant.
Yes, I'm saying. So it's on Aunt. Aunt was irresponsible with his choices.
Absolutely.
And once you do that, once you're irresponsible with your choices, that's the more that opens up the floodgates for your girl to get hurt in all type of different ways. So I gotta go towards Aunt like, you fucked up, nigga. You made the dumbass decision and didn't protect yourself,
and
now you gotta pay for the consequences.
And then nowadays the girl probably did that because she like, he hurt my feelings and made me do this, so now I'm about to hurt hers. Exactly. That's how they think now. They don't care about somebody else being pregnant and I can make her happy.
Well, we know that because they always do it, but that's where they're wrong. You should care.
It is wrong, but that's just how they think now. So
no, of course they do. That's why they keep doing it.
So she like, okay, I'm about to make you hurt just as much as I'm hurt too.
And men we gotta know that though. We gotta know that as men. Like if we have a girlfriend or a wife, you have to know that. You have to be smart about that.
But he probably really don't care about her because it ain't no way in this world you gonna be fucking the OnlyFans model and then doing it to her raw.
Who must not only care? We just told you it's a whole nother story. Like it's millions of stories like these from regular people walking.
I think that they really don't care about.
They don't. They care. They just so damn.
Well, I'm not a man, but I really honestly think
they're careless.
Cares about a woman, they will. If they cheat, that woman will never find out. I really honestly think that.
Yeah, well, we don't live in that no more. Just like I just said, what somebody should do.
Well,
how much of that do you see?
Well,
every other day. Go ahead, JoJo.
Do y'all think like that? Do y'all think like that? If y'all really love a woman, if y'all cheating, is she gonna find out?
Well,
bro, everybody that we know has been cheated on, and everybody we know is almost still together. But JoJo is trying to get in. JoJo, go ahead.
It's okay.
I can't hear you.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's less about cheating, but it's more about being, like I said, like, okay, like we know most men cheat, but you don't have to embarrass your girl. You don't gotta, go raw. You ain't gotta be getting people pregnant. You ain't gotta be doing shit like that. Like, don't be sloppy. Like, and I'm not condoning the cheating. Don't think I'm saying that. What I'm saying,
no, I know what you mean.
A lot of men do but don't be sloppy. Like, it's less about cheating. Like,
but brother, what did I started with? No,
like,
there's no rules anymore. It's no honor amongst thieves. It's no staying in your place. We started with that. So we know what you should do. And I agree with you. Those things should be done. Are they done? No. At this point, can you say people don't even, how many people truly properly know how to love? Let's just start there.
They don't, because they don't love themselves.
Okay, so you can't say if I love you, if they love you, they won't do this. They don't even know how to properly love. That's the sad part, is that they think love is, how many people, think about this. How many times have we heard, I'll stop. Jojo, you go ahead. I'll come back.
Oh, no, that's all right. That's all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think the decency that you're talking about, that's been lost that's just gone for a long time. It used to be a code. I remember, going back home, it used to be a code. You keep that stuff away. Your wife not supposed to know, or she may know, but no one else.
Find out at the funeral.
There's a way. Find out at the funeral, and so on and so forth. But I think what happened now is that times have changed, where what used to be in hiding is glorified now, and all that,
Mm-hmm.
And then now with the cell phone, everybody is emboldened. And so, but you got a phone in your hand. It's like, I'm my own business. I'm my own bank. I'm my own this. I'm my own boss. Whatever it is, social media now, the way the way things are, you just do whatever you want, say whatever you want, and so on and so forth. But I will join the famous homie when I say this. I think it falls on the man, because if we're supposed to be the head, if we're supposed to be the leaders, if we're supposed to be the one that drive this ship, I think you kind of have to take at least the majority of the blunt. How the blame splits, I don't know. 40, 30, 20, 10.
50-50.
You gotta maybe not even 50.
So wait, real fast.
Yeah.
Since you asked that question, I have a question. A couple of shows that I've looked at coming up to this, talking about cheating with somebody that they planned on having a relationship with stuff. Even Kevin Samuel said, if you're gonna cheat, do it with somebody that you paying. Get a sex worker for this particular reason. So in this case, considering that fact, he got a sex worker.
So it's sex worker, but he didn't.
Wasn't she supposed to not catch feelings? Because
he got her pregnant though.
He didn't pay her.
I'm not asking that. I'm saying from the beginning. So it wasn't a sex worker relationship. It was a relationship, not I hired you as an escort.
If I can explain.
Sure.
If he's paying her, he can decide to sever the business one day and they're done.
Right.
If she traps him and gets him pregnant, whether he likes it or not,
right,
it's the next 18 years.
Right.
It's an investment for her. The payment part, where you take the payment, he can stop that payment anytime.
Right.
If it's an arrangement. Didi and Cassie, he must have been paying her. He stopped the payment. Now, what he was doing, she went after him. What this guy would be doing with this girl, if he stopped the payment, I don't know what she has on him really. But if you trap him, whether he wants it or not, you can enforce it by law, and he has to pay every month. Now, if I'm sure that there's a move for me, a money move for me to be made that can guarantee me something every month for the next 18 years versus another business opportunity where it can stop at any time, you already know what they're thinking. So, but again, this guy has to know that this is how the tree is going to shake. He has to know. He has to anticipate. All guys
should know it, but it don't stop nothing.
He has to anticipate that. He has to know what's coming. I say do this.
I'm more scared of a disease than a baby.
Have your girl find the girls and let the girls discuss the terms. Because in my mind, the girls can understand each other in a way that, okay, woman to woman, this is my guy. He ain't never gonna leave me. But this is what's going on. So you're gonna do this, do that, and
completely transactional.
I would think that'd be better.
Be honest. I think so too.
Look, I'm like, I can't even say
because it would, because that was the other main point that I wanted to bring out of this one, is that so many have said you're supposed to hire somebody, no emotions attached. Here's what I need you to know, men. And this goes back to what 3 shows ago when I said, you guys have value. There's people in our social class that have had somebody get pregnant by them because they saw, oh, that's a good man, or oh, they own a home. Listen, you got value just like women. So if they see that you're a good man, at this point, it's so sad, but somebody very close to me has a baby with somebody that the woman took it from the man, and it was simply because he was a good father. That's all. We're really at that point, and it's sad. Where it's, well, at least he does this, or wow, he does that, so at least I'll have this. Y'all better start protecting yourselves, because at this point, it's nothing she can do. Unfortunately, Fufu Head, you did that. Even for $100K from somebody who makes money like that, that wasn't a power move at all.
Like, is he a high whatever basketball player? Like, is he a good?
Oh yeah, he's good.
He's
good.
He's young. So he hasn't reached that stardom yet.
Right.
But he's good.
He's on his rookie contract still. I think he's in his 4th season or 3rd season. But in the next 3 or 4 years, he will be a superstar.
Yeah, he's good. He's really.
I would have had a contract.
Yeah,
I would have been on his annual payroll like an employee. Yeah. I would have.
Hey, I don't watch.
He's been in movies too.
I'm not into sports, so I didn't know. I just know he played basketball.
He played basketball. He's been in movies.
Brand deals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
so then tell the story that you was gonna tell about the other one. Then since that's why I was like, is this the same one or a different one?
Zion Williams is the same story.
It's very similar.
She started talking. Same scenario. They feel emboldened. They have a platform. They have a phone. They feel emboldened. It used to be in the past, you can drown that stuff out. But now I got a phone. I can just talk.
So what happened with that girl? That girl got pregnant too?
Allegedly. So it was never confirmed whether Mariah was pregnant. She said she was, but it was never confirmed. This is it's kind of the same shit. When she found out he got the other girl pregnant, and she started going crazy, start talking shit about him, and saying stuff on the internet, on Twitter, and just doing a lot of talking, trying to get his attention. He kind of ignored it, and it died down a little bit. But then lately, she started talking again. She started going back at him, you know what I mean? She was bitter about him ending the relationship, and it's. I understand where she's coming from, because he was definitely leading her on. He was telling her that he wanted to be with her. He was telling her that he wanted to shut it down with her, and of course, doing what niggas do. You know what I'm saying? Lie, manipulate, and try to keep somebody to do the things that they want them to do. So you can't hardly blame the girl, because he was telling her yeah, we gonna be together. Yeah, we gonna do this. How would you feel if somebody was manipulating you or telling you that they want to be with you and they want to do this with you, and then they just all of a sudden change it up? You find out they are a girlfriend and all this other stuff. So it's hard to. She looks like the psycho crazy. She kind of is, because the way she's going about it, like going to the public and talking so much shit, and and doing what she's doing. But can you really blame her?
No.
You can't beat up somebody and then tell them how to fight back. Is different than what Cassie just did.
She went the route of, okay, you're gonna pay me every month. So when they decide not to pay her no more, now she started talking. As opposed to someone who goes the baby route. As opposed to someone who goes the baby route. Look, I'm keeping this baby. You're gonna pay me every month. That's just what it is.
That's why I don't be never feeling sorry for them, because at the end of the day,
I don't, because you made a choice.
I feel sorry for the men, because I'm like, at the end of the day, you should have had on the condom or something. Like, I don't feel sorry for
you
them.
You should have been doing it. How about that?
I do have something to say. It depends on the age. If they're younger than 25, I mean, to me, it's like he's just a young man with a lot of money.
Okay, I'll give you that.
If it's 22, 23, he's just a young man with a lot of money. And a young man with a lot of money who doesn't have a good upbringing or sound mind.
Okay, so at least we'll say that.
Tell him what to do.
I mean, I don't even think it's that. I don't think it has nothing to do with yes, it has something to do with the upbringing, but we have to think about these niggas in position. You get grown. Of course, you make your own choices once you get grown. You get a bag like that, $5 million a year and all this other endorsements and stuff. You get rich and you literally could do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You have the ability to sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. You could choose at this point. So that's hard for any man to deal with. But I think what has to be said, the conversations that have to be had with these young men. I got a 14-year-old son, and I tell him all the time, like, son, look, listen, this is what you have to do. It ain't nothing wrong if you have a healthy appetite for women. If you want to mess with multiple women, that's what I tell them. I said, if you want to mess with multiple, when you get that age and you want to do that, stay single. Why are you getting in a relationship? Don't get in a relationship. Don't lie to nobody. And you cool. Nobody gives a fuck about what you do. If you're not lying to people, manipulating people, and making people think that they're yours, then what you do is what you do. That's your business. Where it gets sloppy is you niggas get these girlfriends, and you guys get these girlfriends because you want somebody to cook for you. You want somebody to wash your drawers. You want somebody to do all this shit for you. You get and you know,
make you feel like the man you're not. You still a young boy.
You're still a young boy. So you know damn well you ain't ready to lock down with one person. You know that already. So stop fucking getting girlfriends. You act like these girls ain't gonna still do it to you.
And they are.
They are.
They don't care if you have multiple girlfriends, long as I'm telling you.
Well, you don't need to have multiple girlfriends. So
you have no girlfriend.
Well,
we train.
Well, not multiple girlfriends, but if you deal with
multiple friends, if you're dating,
if they be truthful and tell them that, a lot of girls rather you tell them that and be truthful than to lie, because that's when they won't be acting psycho, and men just won't do that. Like they just won't. Like, oh, I'm dealing with you and somebody else. They just won't do that because they feel like the girl was going to leave them alone. But I still feel like even if they're young, I kind of give them a pass. But still, with me having a young son like that, I'm still going to be on his ass. Like, no, you don't do that. If you're going to be having sex with multiple girls, you need to wear a condom. You can have sex with as many people as you want to, even though I wouldn't want you to. But you need to wear a condom. Like, you are a walking bag. They're waiting to get money from you. Like, they still should have some parents or grandparents, aunties or uncles that should put that in their head. Like, they're going to try to get you because you have this money. You can't.
Well, we should all say it in unison. Before we move to the questions, I will tell you that Isaiah, Uriah, Asai, Trey, Skylar, Seth, Simon, and Donovan, all amazing young men, all of them under us. We ain't seen a damn girl. They all in college or working on whatever their career is.
That's great.
Ain't no babies. Ain't no women then called to the house acting a fool. They respect women. I'm sure they do their little things on the side, but guess what? They have been taught to respect women because they have seen us respect ourselves, and we let them know. Hey, check this out, motherfucker. Let me tell you something. Won't be no baby shower. Won't be none of that cute. That's not cute. That shit is ugly. And if you want to give away a bag, donate it. Because that makes no sense. Don't let nobody lock you down like that. Get a woman of substance. Let me tell you something. They didn't even have prom dates. That's how serious they are, because we embedded it in them that you will lose. Off top, you will lose, because when they drive up and see who we are, don't let them take our little bit of money either. Like, don't do it. Right. And guess what? I am so grateful. Lord, if one of them motherfuckers pop up with a baby next week and make me eat my words. But to this point, half are 21 and older. The other half is at college. What I'm saying is, if you say these things and embed it in them and let them know you are the one that will lose. You are the one that will be doing this by yourself. You are the one will have to bring your ass home from school, meaning college. Ain't no more basketball. Ain't no more of these things, because you will be just as responsible as her. Thank God we ain't been in no clinics or nothing. So if you do those things from the time that they are young and make them value what they have and they work really hard for it, I haven't had to have repeat conversations. I've had to have growing conversations. Like, now that you got this, here's what's next. And so it can work. So those people that say and believe, well, they're young, so they're going to do whatever. That's not true. If you truly embed it in and pray over your kids, and the village speaks the same language, I really believe, and you got to walk that walk too, right? You have to be the person that's doing it too. So I think it will work out. Now, leading into the main topic. So let's go. So we will do a round robin and we will discuss what are questions that you should ask when you are in the courting stage. So I picked this topic because my boo Kasha was working on a book before she passed, and she gave some really good topics. So I think they're worth discussing going into the new year. So we will have each person pick something, and then we'll discuss why it's important to us and why you should have these type of conversations during courting. Give me just a minute. You, Ron, can you start, or bro?
Ron, you can start.
Oh, man. The courting process, the questions that you should ask during the courting process. I think it's really a conversations, I would say, more than questions. There should be conversations about being clear about your intentions. So what do you want? I think as on the man's side, you have to be ask a woman what they really want. And we want to talk about, everybody talks about this love language thing, and I think we forget the other side of it. So the first side of it is knowing someone's love language. So I think that's the first thing. That's one of the first things you need to find out about the woman. What is her love language? Because that's going to teach you how to love her the way she wants to be loved. So then on top of that, if you find out her love language is acts of service, gifts, whatever it is, then you have to look at yourself and say, am I capable of loving her in that love language? If it's gifts, am I in position to always give her gifts or buy her things? Am I affectionate enough to, if it's physical touch, am I affectionate enough to always make sure that I have that physical touch thing down? Whether, physical touch is not just sex, it's it's everything. So are you capable of loving someone in their love language? So I think those conversations need to be had in the beginning. It'll save a lot of people time. A lot of people, they date people off of infatuations and things that they're, things that they like about the person. And these conversations are never had. So, and then people are so arrogant sometimes on the man's side and the woman's side, where they think that they could change a person, or they could think they can make a person do so. You can't make nobody do shit. I don't care how good you think you are, how good you think your stuff is on either side. You can't make somebody do something that they're not, that's not them. So I think, yes, those questions, I think those are some of the main questions that should be asked at the beginning and made clear, and it'll save a lot of us time.
I agree with that.
I agree with what you said too, but I also think that you could should act like, what are their intentions in the long run? Like, do you want to really date, or is it just like a sex thing? Like, if we were to have children, how would you raise your children? Like, you got to ask all kind of stuff like that, because some people's parenting styles are different too.
Parenting styles is a really good one.
Yeah, one is that parenting style. Literally, we need to talk about finances. Like, how do you take care of your finances? We need to, people be saying that it's too early to find that stuff out when you just dating or whatever, but no, it's not, because what if you fall in love with somebody who's irresponsible? That can tear up your marriage or whatever relationship because of that. So to me, I don't think it's ever too, maybe on the first date it's too early, but you need to talk about all of that.
It could be something as simple with finances, though. I don't think it's too early, because some people don't consider it irresponsible. Some people really live like YOLO. What I get, I spend. I don't plan on leaving it. Is that bad?
Like,
no, not for them. But
you ask that on the first date.
Well, in the first couple of dates, within the first couple of dates.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you could have sex on the first date or give head in the parking lot, then I could ask that question.
Absolutely.
Agreed. Oh, okay.
Okay, look,
I'm just making sure.
Look, I'm like, I'll take it back then. But okay,
I'm just making sure. So you're right. Those conversations can be had if you want to. But here's the thing: nobody has to answer, right? They could answer it up to their level of comfort, and hopefully the answer works, right? One that I would ask, huh?
No, I said that's all the stuff I would ask now. Look, I'm like going forward.
Going forward. I would definitely discuss that at this our tenderoni age. I'm definitely asking about finances because I need to make sure. First thing is, where do you live? We're too old.
Yeah,
so by now you should be established and have really good answers, and answers that you can provide that are not too intrusive as well. Because whatever your comfort level is, again, that's what can be discussed. Or if I'm asking a question, then here's what I won't do, though: give a blueprint. So since I'm more comfortable, I wouldn't discuss everything that I'm thinking about finances, because the person could simply agree just to be lying.
Right.
So yeah, it's so much you have to pay attention to. But one of the main things that I would ask is about communication skills. How do you act when you get angry? That's what I would ask. How do you act when you have something, or how do you approach a situation when you have conflict, when it's something that you don't want to discuss? Those are the type of questions or conversations that I would have. Again, by this tenderoni age, I think that you should know how you do it, and then have some flexibility to receive how they like to receive communication.
But do you think they really gonna tell you how they act when they?
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say,
ain't nobody
gonna
really. That's just like somebody.
Then they not gonna really tell you what they get paid. Let's talk about what you should be doing, because we could lie about every single question. So let's just talk about what you should be doing and what the benefits.
But that's why you should date people longer, because
exactly.
it's gonna be a time where they gonna get mad.
It'll flip.
Then you can really know what they're doing. But when you get into relationships super fast, you're not gonna know, because if somebody asks you, oh, Rashonda, what you gonna do when you get mad? I don't know, nigga. Let me get mad at you.
And based on that answer, they know that you're crazy. See, pay attention to communication, not just the words. See how she did? The head was moving, the derogatory term. Like I don't know. It depends on how mad you make me. Broken glass, broken heart. I don't know. But yes, that is one of the conversations that I would have. What about you, JoJo?
When it comes to these things, the way I like to frame it, the way I was raised to think about it, is you want to frame it and center it around 4 pillars. If you think about a chair, you're sitting on a chair, you want a chair with 4 legs. You want the legs to be strong and sturdy. That's how you know the chair is stable. And so you want to focus on these 4 things. You guys brought up all of them almost, but I'll group them in this way. So you got to have 4 conversations, seriously. You got to talk about our sex life. Are we gonna have the same sex life? Am I a
what do you mean?
What's the same sex life?
Am I a once a guy? Am I a once a week, and you're 7 times a week? I cannot muster up.
Okay.
I cannot muster up.
What is your sex drive like?
I cannot muster up 6 more times a week for you. What do?
Not if I can't muster up 6 more times.
If you like it big, like a baby arm, and I only show up with a pickle, do we have an issue? Do we have a problem? So on and so the sex life is number 1. Number 2.
Why is that number 1?
Number 1. I'm saying it's number 1. Not because it's the most important, but because it's the one that I thought of at first.
Okay.
So
I was like,
right.
It is important.
Number 2. Because when people come together, usually it's the physical attraction that starts things up. So you want to be really honest about what that's going to look like down the line. So sex number 1, money number 2. Okay. I'm a spender.
I need money at the top.
If I'm a spender and you're a saver, now we put all the money in one bucket. You see the money being spent by me. You the one doing the savings. You know we're gonna have problems. problems. You like to I like to pay cash. You like to pay on credit. Now that same item where I can save up and pay cash, you take on credit. Now we're paying it twice or 2 times fold because you took it on credit. So we got to be
That's
able to
financial literacy, by the way. So
That's
when we talk
financial
about how much money somebody make versus financial literacy, he just gave the perfect
Absolutely.
example. Just want to throw that out there.
Absolutely. And number 3, morals and values. Are our morals and values adjusted? Are they the same? And our behavior. So you talked about how we handle conflict, the things we believe in. I can believe in the God above. You believe in the God below. How are we gonna make that work? Our children, whatever the case may be, whatever agreement, however you guys decide to do it, you guys gotta have that conversation. If my God says I can have 4 wives, and your God says no, nigga, you can only have one, we're gonna have to find. If we're gonna really want to be together, we're really gonna have to. We're really gonna have to figure it out.
Culture differences.
So that I'm putting all of that in morals, values, and behaviors, whether they're cultural, religious, social, whatever the case may be. I'm putting it all in that category. And then number 4, children.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you have to agree on how we're gonna raise the children, because I cannot be okay. So I scold my kids, or I spank my kids, or I do gentle parenting. So now I'm over here disciplining the boy. You think I'm too harsh, but I'm really being too soft, and now it's just all kinds of issues. So usually those conversations, now they don't have to be direct conversations. I think there's a way to have them. You slip them up nice little slick little
it's not an interrogation. It should be really like we're getting to know each other, we're talking. Yeah.
But to me, those would be the 4 pillars of conversation to help establish the relationship and how serious. Obviously, all of that comes after establishing, are we doing this for real, or you're just playing? Because if we're just playing, then I guess there's no need to invest all that time and that emotion having a conversation to begin with. But
that's why you need to know if you just playing or not. Some men be lying.
Yeah, right. That's why that was a good first question.
Yeah, that's, are we playing or not? Like,
what are you looking for?
Really
is that what you're saying?
What are you looking for?
Based on this list, here's one that I really didn't think about. That should be a specific question, but it's a good one. What are your expectations of your partner in terms of emotional support, affection, and commitment? To directly call out emotional support.
I just need some head and some food. That's it. Just give me some head and some food. That's all I need. And, I'll figure out everything else. Just give me some head and some food. That's all the support I need.
Jesus, we are really God-fearing. We just have lost our way in some areas. And Lord, I know we talked about morals and all of that stuff, Lord. We have morals, Lord. The flesh is weak.
I thought I was saying what it is I wanted from a partner, from my partner that I choose.
What if her head is trash? What if her head is trash?
If the neck is trash,
you gotta have to keep practicing. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of practice.
But you see, with
y'all got some tutorials.
Asia, you know, with us it's different. Like with them, it's always some little stupid stuff. I want
some
head.
Always.
Hold on, wait a second.
Okay, this is why I say it really is surface stuff. And this is why I say no, it is, because y'all giving the same answers. Men always say men are easy. No, men be saying we're easy. All you got to do is feed us and fuck us. Then we get in a relationship with you. You like, well, why you didn't answer the phone when I called? Well, where are you going? Well, why we not going to bed at the same time? Well, why we don't take showers no more? You can't rub my back. We not domesticated. I've been trying to talk to you for 2 days and you've been busy. Why you can't rub my head? Why?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell
Men
you why we get like
run
that.
us
Wait a second.
low. Y'all are like babies behind closed doors.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you the secret why we get like that. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I don't think it's nothing wrong with it.
We get like that because the head is good and the food is bomb, and we don't want nobody else having it. So we gotta keep tabs on you. That's just what it is. I keep telling you.
Shit, I don't know about that one. That's
of course. If the food is fire and the head,
what's wrong with y'all?
If the food is fire and the head is bomb, look. If the food is fire and the head is bomb, I'll put a tracker on you. I'm sorry.
Nah, I need a little bit more than that.
What do you need, brother?
Okay.
Oh no, I got one. What kind of emotional support and those type of things should men start expressing that they're not expressing that are really in you guys?
Everything.
Because I just gave a whole list. Everything. But what are some things that are important? What'd you say, Ro? I'm sorry.
They need to start expressing everything because they always say that don't nothing's bother them and all that.
Okay.
Girl, and be in the fetal position crying. Okay. What happened? She went to the store without me.
I'll give you one. Give you one.
I'm ready.
Okay. The type of emotional support that I think I would need from a partner, if I found myself in a situation where, okay, I am trying to solve a problem. That solution that's going to be best for the group may not necessarily be best for either me or you or whoever. Perhaps not you. It's not because that solution is not good for you that is not good for the group. Let me make that decision. It's going to be good for the group. I get it. You don't get nothing out of it, but please do it. Just please do it. Yeah, but I'm not getting what I want out of it. Well, it's not about what you want, because sometimes what you need to do is not what you like to do. In my opinion, is what you need to do that comes first. And too often I found myself having a battle on my own person over making a decision that's going to be good for everybody. But because she didn't feel that she was going to get something or enough of what she liked. So I would say I would like for the support to look like, look, I need you to trust me on this one. I know it's not something we like, but it needs to be done. Can you just do it? Because I'm already dealing with the consequences of if I make this decision and this gamble and it doesn't work out, I know I have to deal with it. You're supposed to back me up, not be piling up on top of that stress. So I would say that's a good one.
Okay, so really fast, let me tell you what that quite possibly could lead to. So give me just a minute.
I'm trying to order the most expensive bottle of champagne because we finna celebrate.
Dre.
We gonna celebrate what? My divorce. How about that? And some pork chops because I'm kind of hungry.
Dear men, let me tell you something. Okay. While I appreciate that answer, and while I agree with that answer does not fit this question. And let me tell you why. Because that is not emotional support. That is strategic and leadership support. You assume that what you want to do is the best. How do we really know it's the best? It's a gamble, right? So what I will say is that men need to let go of control and sit down and think about compromise, because that's not emotional support. Emotional support would be, let me give an example. If we did say, you know what, babe, I got your back, let's see what happens, and then it doesn't go right and we jump on your head, that is lack of emotional support, right? But respecting you as the leader or trust, that's those things, but that's not emotional support. And I believe that is a space, which is why I like this question, where the words and the moving things to get what you want is where the men do it. Just like women move things when they say, but I was doing that because of my kids. You weren't doing it because of your kids. You're doing like Jenny what she's doing right now. Well, I don't want him to have the kids because it's guns, blah, blah, blah. But just last month, you were one to save your marriage. You get what I'm saying? She's using the kids to shift it. That's manipulation. So we have to stop that and really look within and put things where they really belong. So I agree with what you're saying, but not for that reason. That's not lack of emotional support, because my emotions don't pay bills. They don't make decisions. So we have to sit down and collectively learn when to compromise and what is best for our family. And don't always assume that if it's not something for the other person, because like you said, if it's for the family, then it's for me and you. So it is for both of us. And women, learn to let go. I will say that. Learn to let go and know when to be submissive, because there are some things that, hey, guess what? The reality is, if I don't know and you don't know, but if your husband took the lead or your partner took the lead to sit down, do their research, think about it, put something together, but you didn't, then if they come to you with all of that, don't sit there with rebuttal. They already took the lead. So let them, unless it's something that just jumps out. But if you got to jump together. And if you want, start researching on the back end, like, shit, if I see this shit going left, how can I be ready to be his helpmate and support him? So allow mistakes to be made, because they're going to be made. Nobody has the answers, but allow that man to lead. So I would say in that space, you should discuss the woman's capabilities to let go and how they did it in their last relationship.
They still just don't understand. Just like how we don't understand how they think, they don't understand how we think. So it's like
we both understand. You don't want to accept it. You do understand. Like it's not rocket science.
You got to come to an understanding. But I still think like how we think it's always going to be totally different from them. Like we send emotional support and they give a whole different.
But in the dictionary, that's not emotional support. Again, stop making excuses. They still do it because they want to. Just like women still say, I'm doing this for my kids, but you're lying. And if more women would say, that's why it's important that women correct women and men correct men. Because we could say, nah, girl, you know you're not right. You know you was thinking this, because girl, I would do that shit too, but we ain't right. Let's stop doing that. Yo, girls got to talk to you better. It's never going to be, well, I won't say never, because my partners, I've learned a lot more from men. I have, because my females in my life, in our 20s, we didn't know how to hold each other accountable just yet. But the men knew how to explain it. And because I was in a position to be receptive, because you were in a position to be receptive and cared, because Ron was in a position to be receptive and listen to his sisters, we have strengths on both sides. But there's always going to be that time when we need to learn when to stand down. It is. And that's what we need to learn, because nobody's retarded. We have college degrees, super smart, but all of a sudden we can't understand what somebody is saying. We need to chill with that shit, because it's not real. It's just that you don't, like he said, you don't want to. So just be honest and say, I don't. I think, JoJo, do you think that if you were in a relationship, right? Let's say you and I were in a relationship, and you know that I'm a strong person, you're a strong person, but we got in a relationship, and all these times it was something that we didn't know, and I let you lead. Do you think that it would be more received when I actually did say, that one is really scary, maybe we should do it like this? Do you think that the man would feel better on that side? Because traditionally I am going along with you. So when I do say the opposite, it kind of makes you think more like, okay, maybe I should pay attention a little bit more. Like you will receive it better.
I don't know that me receiving it better is a function of you letting me lead. It really boils down to, at that moment, are you having a valid argument? Are you seeing something that I'm not seeing? Obviously, I would have to trust your ability to think through things. Okay, so for instance, if you have a child.
No, for instance, that's a really clear question. You just said let you lead, but now I'm saying if I let you lead 90% of the time, that 10% that I say, no, I really think X, Y, and Z should happen, Now it's your turn to be supportive and be respectful of what I'm saying as a red alert.
Yes,
How can I trust you if you don't trust me? Like, wouldn't that stand out more? You know what I mean?
No, I wasn't approaching it this way. I was approaching it on a case by case basis. Whether that shakes up to be 90-10, 60-40, I don't know. But it just so happened that you would be able to see things that I don't see. And again, if you make a valid argument at that moment, I would have to concede. So for instance, I was about to illustrate what I was about to say, so let's say I have my brother. He's young. I'm 20 years older than him. And I'm making a decision or I'm handling him a certain way. And then my partner or my sister comes to me like, hey, I understand the tough love, and all that stuff, but, you don't really make room for being able to allow the, a little bit of softness and all that other stuff. And if you don't do that, guess what's going to happen? You're going to make this man so tough, so this, so that, he's not going to be able. You know what? You have a good point. You have a good point. If I handle it too strict, then I might not be able to sort of, he might resent coming to me for certain issues. He'll come to me for some, but not come to me for others. I would like for him to feel free to come to. So that's something that my partner who's in my ear telling me, I may not see that way at that moment, but I will trust her judgment at that point. Whether that happens 10% of the time or 90% of the time, I don't know. But I would, if I knew that she was reasonable in that way and that she thinks through stuff in a certain way, then I absolutely would.
What about you, Ron?
I was thinking
you want
about
me to ask it again? Or
yeah,
what?
Well, no, I know. I was thinking about it the whole time to try to give myself an example of emotional support. Shit.
No, wait, first, not that one, brother. First, if you were with a woman and she supported your leadership and trusted your leadership, and then one time you came or she came to you with something and said, babe, I really don't think we should do this. I think we should do it like this. Would that make, I guess, the blow to the, would you be more receptive to that versus somebody that's always combative with everything that you say? Would the latter be more beneficial?
I would definitely be more receptive. I think there's a way to do it. Me myself personally, I don't want a woman to just sit there and be quiet. I want your insight. I want your input, because a lot of the times, us fellas, especially certain situations, we get so stuck on what we want to think and what we want to believe for that particular situation that we not hearing nothing else. We gonna need somebody in our ear telling us like, man, babe, you tripping. Like, you need to do this. You need to move this way. You need to move that way. Personally, I would want somebody to always have something to say. Now, I'm not saying come at me disrespectfully or try to belittle me, but I don't want no woman just sitting there quiet. Like, I want your input. I want you to speak up if you see something, or if you got a better idea about something, or if you see something going down. Don't sit there and be quiet and then hold it in and try to say something later. I want you to say something.
Right.
I want that. So I'm receptive to it all around. Like, I don't want you to sit there and be a yes woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to definitely express yourself. And because a lot of the times y'all do think about things more clearer than us, especially when it comes to a conflict or something that's going down or something that's happening in our lives. So I would be very receptive to that all the time, not just one time. I want somebody to kind of be there to care enough to give their point of view on it.
Okay. Now the emotional question.
Okay.
For Miss Rose.
You want me to answer that?
No,
right?
You to answer for us, the emotional support side. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was trying to think of this whole time. Emotional support, because honestly, I don't really know what that looks like. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I really don't know.
You want a female like your sister? So we can mind our own business.
I mean, yeah, it's really difficult to answer that one. Emotional support. Yeah, that one's tough. I definitely would want. I don't know if this is going to fall under that, but how I'm going to relate it to it is someone that women. I'm not going to generalize. I'm just going to talk about the situations that I've dealt with. You know, a lot of women, they're not great listeners at all. Like a lot of women want to talk all the time. Like it's not. I'm not talking about being disrespectful. I'm talking about when we're having a conversation, when we're talking on the phone, we're around each other. Women like the situations I've dealt with, you know, with women, they want to do all the talking, and you know, even just in a casual conversation. So a lot of times, I feel like in situations that I've dealt with, you know, what I felt wasn't really as important as what she felt, or what she was dealing with, what I was dealing with, what isn't as important because not listening, and sometimes that gets lost for me. It got lost a lot with a lot of situations that I dealt with women. You know, there can't be no emotional support because you're not listening to me. You're not really trying to understand, you know, things that I'm saying or things that I'm going through. So that's kind of the best example that I could give, because I'm not going to use, you know, my one relationship that we know about, because that was, you know, some other shit. But I haven't really been in significant relationships like that to have that space. But the few times that I've dealt with it, I just, you know, I think the emotional support is not there because you're not being heard.
I agree.
But do y'all communicate that to the woman that,
yes,
oh, you're not a good listener?
Good question, bro.
I do. Me, myself, I do. Like, I get frustrated. So let's say we was chilling, me and you, Rose, we was chilling, right? We watching a movie or something, and we interrupt the movie and start talking about something. We start having a conversation, and I started off. So I'll start having a conversation, and then midway through my point, you know, the woman, or you get up and, or you don't get up, you just start talking about something else. You'll like have a related story and start talking about start talking about your story. And then we offer my story. And at this point, I'm irritated. I'm like, fuck, I'm the one that bought this shit up. And now we talking about your shit. So, you know, that's the type of the thing I'm talking about, not being heard. Like, as a man, sometimes you're not heard.
But when that's what I'm saying. When they do that, do you say something right then?
I do. Like, I try not to. I find myself, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be a rude person. I want to be a rude man and come off as, you know, this asshole. So, you know, in the past, I've kind of like just I'll let them talk. I'll do this. I'll be irritated as fuck and kind of hold it in. But you know, midway through it, I'll be like, you know what? You just completely went off base of what I was talking about. And a lot of women don't take that too well. You know what I'm saying? They might be like, oh, my bad. But then you could feel the whole energy shift in the moment. You could feel the energy shift. You could feel the shift in attitude. So it's like, it's not fair for you to get attitude if I'm expressing myself, that you cut me off and totally disregarded what I was talking about, the attitude thing. So that's where it's become difficult for me. You know, I don't want to deal with attitudes. I don't do well with that. If I'm chilling with you, you got an attitude, I might as well go to fuck home. So
so ladies, let me tell you where we need to take accountability for this. Kind of like that mother thing. Two things can be true. So we do that, ladies. And here's two reasons why we do it, other than the ones that's just being rude. But we do that for two reasons. We're solution-based problem solvers. We're care, natural takers, right? So we do be listening to you guys. I've done it. We do be listening to you guys, and then we'll think one of two things. Oh my gosh, it's something we can relate on. Let me tell him what I did, and then he'll see that I could help him with it. Now he'll trust me. Overly excited, right? It's not right, ladies, but we do it. So let me tell you why we do it. And then the other one is we like, I'm about to save my man. Ain't nobody finna do shit to him. I got the solution, babe. You don't even need to tell me that problem because I got this shit. Jesus. We do it. We do it. Like like cousin said, I'm guilty of that. We do. So ladies, take this as a good feedback. If you catch yourself doing it, kind of like I did earlier, where I can't see too well. They know that. But if I see somebody's mouth trying to move, like when I saw JoJo trying to talk, I kept trying to get him in. If we do things like that again, when you show your intention, then the times that you do it and you're really excited, I'm sure he could receive if you're dating him and it's a time when he's telling a story, you're really excited because he knows it's for those reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you do it all the time and they're saying that, at some point we have to catch ourselves doing things too, ladies, because it's not about being the problem solver. Sometimes they just want to express, I'm sad, I'm hurt, I'm afraid, I'm tired, whatever it is, and they have to get it. Are you telling me to stop?
No, I'm pointing at you.
I'm like, no, he don't want you to do that. Oh.
Yes, I meant to say that, and you're saying it for me. Thank you. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
That's what I meant to say.
But yes, they want to get it out, right? Very similar to when we call our good girlfriends and we get it all out and then we feel better. They don't always want a solution. And that's one of the things Kevin Samuels talked about that I get. And here's the other thing, ladies. We have to stop getting so offended. So it's a man. He's not going to talk to you like a girl all the time. Sometimes, because they're frustrated, they might say, so you're just not going to let me finish talking. Guess what you're supposed to do? Just stand, babe, you know what? I'm sorry, my bad. Don't be so offended all the time. Everything is not worth being offended. Sometimes just like let them have it. Let them have it. Because when we extra emotional or pissed off and we need a minute, we expect them to take it. So let's balance that out a little bit more. That's a really good, that's a really, really good one.
Sis, I'm going to give you an example real quick. I like that you said that. I love that you said that. No, we don't always want your solution, at least in a moment. Maybe you can come back the next day and say something. I'm going to give you an example. So look, I'm not going to set a time period, but you know, I was talking.
And guess who this is?
You know what I'm saying? I was talking to somebody I was dealing with. I was talking to her about my children getting older, and I'm going to miss them when they go off to college and move out. You know, my girls are getting older. You know, all this other stuff, and you know, I'm just venting. I'm having one of those nights. We was at the movies, and we just after we got out the movie, we sat in the car to talk before she left. So we talking. And, you know, I haven't seen her in a while at this point. So we catching up. So I'm just telling her what I'm going through emotionally. I'm really venting, just trying to get it off like, damn, like I'm getting older. My girls is getting older. They're going to go off to school the next couple of years. They in the middle of high school, all this other stuff. And she was like, said some shit like, you got to let them go. I was like, what? Yeah. And I'm like, huh? What the fuck you talking about? You gotta let them go. Like, I don't talk to women disrespectfully. I don't believe in cursing at women and calling them out their name.
That's so nice.
So yeah, I don't do that type of shit. I think that's uncalled for. But
Correct.
In my head, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, why would you say that? Like, you gotta let them go. I never said I didn't want to let them go, motherfucker.
Right.
I told them I was gonna miss them when they go. Like, why do you have to interrupt with that? Just shut the fuck up and hear what I'm trying to say. So that right there just turned me whole off from that person. I'm like, I could never deal with you for the rest of my life because you're gonna be doing some shit like that. Right. I'm gonna be at the bar a lot. I'm being in the garage
overreading what I'm saying.
A lot of weed dealing with your ass. So
because that ain't what you said. Take people's words for what they say, not how you want to interpret it, or start listening. Communication is a big deal. Start listening. That's the
number one problem now, I think.
Yeah.
Communication.
You think so too? I think even above dishonesty, I think it's for real communication, like putting your phone down when you talk and truly listening, active listening, catching cues. It should get to a point with your partner where you can finish their sentences. You know what they need. You know it should be, to me, it should be like a baby. Like, you know, when you hear a baby cry, if they need a bottle, if they need this, if they crying because they hurt, it's high pitched. Like, you learn communication. When they barely start talking, it's like the parents can understand it, but other people can't, because you learn it. It's no different. That's why I say we keep making all these excuses, but they're not real.
Right.
They're not real. They're excuses. If you truly care, you could do it for anybody. How else do we know our employees? I have to learn all of my employees.
Like, it's nothing else in that cup.
The bottle's in the living room, so I'm over here. Why didn't I bring the bottle? I'm tripping.
It's crazy. Go get it, because we're gonna go like 10, 20 more minutes. So go get it if you want to. But yeah, the true art of communication is a lost art. And I think people think, what did we say, Ro, the other day? Like, people think because in the beginning stages, oh, we fell asleep on the phone with each other, or this and that but you was really talking about the movie you was watching, or sex, or those type of things.
It's a honeymoon phase, even though you're not married. It's
still you want to be mature.
Like, yeah, everything that person say, you gonna just be in love with it and all that. But
because you're not talking about nothing that's like. Ask the real questions. Ask the questions that made you leave your previous relationship. Ask about the previous relationship.
Bro, that's what I do. I do now.
You do that?
I just ask so many questions. They probably. I know my next boyfriend gonna be tired of me because I'm gonna be asking so many damn questions. Like, bitch, be quiet. You probably gonna want to say that. Like,
I think a lot more men.
Be quiet.
I think if you let him give his answers, he'll be fine. I think if more of the questions,
ask so many questions, it's gonna be like, because I'm not doing this no more. Like, I'm not doing this no more.
Well, maybe don't interrogate him, bro. Like, remember how we said, like, build it around a conversation in a laxed environment. Like, you know what I was thinking about today, such and such. Or
Ro's not hearing it. I can see it all over her face.
Right?
She's like, all right, sure. Ro's not having none of that.
Jojo, what am I gonna do with her?
What's your social security number? Last address?
We need to get this out. We need to get all this out right now. It ain't no reason for a date. No.
It is all over Ro's face. You know,
it is like she with the shit.
I need to know all your vaccines, every single vaccine you taking.
It's no reason for us to waste each other's time at this old ass age of mine.
Your vaccination card, your school card, your report card. I want all them cards.
I don't need you lying to me. Just
and you know what? Let me see your phone records, because I'm calling everybody you done called in the last 30 days.
I remember somebody said that too. Let me see your phone. And when they said that, they was like, let me see your phone. Let me see your call log. Because if they said like, oh, that's just my baby mama, or that's my ex-girlfriend. Oh, no, they didn't say, let me see your phone log. They said, let me see y'all text messages. That's what they said. And they said that if they could let you see the text messages between an ex-girlfriend or a baby mama said that you say you don't deal with no more, you can read everything in those text messages. And when they said that, I said, damn, that is true.
Can I ask you for your phone?
Yeah.
You can have my phone.
No, I'm saying, but in general.
If you try to get to know me in the beginning, and if you be like, oh, are you still dealing with your baby daddy or whatever? And I'm like, no, we don't. And you be like, well, let me see y'all text messages. Here.
I can show you my phone.
No, I know that's you, but I'm saying, can it become a thing?
I don't know what you mean.
So, because people, that's their sacred place, is their cell phone. But when that lady said that, it made perfect sense. When she said, let me see the text messages between you and your baby mama. If y'all not dealing with each other, let me see it, because you can show me your call log. That don't mean nothing. But if I reach y'all text messages, I can tell if y'all really dealing with each other, or if
you would say no. Why would you say no? Or is an alternative to that, call them right now on speakerphone. I want to hear how they answer you. Like how they answer the phone for you. Would that be an indicator?
Yeah. Because
that would be an indicator I would be comfortable.
Hey, babe.
Right.
And that's if that's your baby mama, there ain't no reason for her to be saying no, hey babe.
No.
Even if she answered, "What you want, nigga?" don't mean he's not hitting it.
None of this means.
It's like, why do we think that there's this perfect science that just
who said it's the perfect science?
Can just narrow
but
it down
if you
to
read,
almost.
We don't use that. We don't use that word up on here.
That's why I said read the text messages, because text messages is going to tell you. You answering the phone, that's different. But you reading y'all text messages, that's going to tell you if they messing with each other or
so
not.
how far back, like what would be the parameters around that? Hilda said, or cousin said, I wouldn't care, but others would say that's too personal, too early.
You just gave away the play-by-play. I'm deleting all.
That right there. I'm going to
because why am I owing something if we just smashing? So no, you wouldn't ask that of somebody that you're just smashing. Only
no,
you don't ask these questions. You're not courting. You're just smashing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask you that if we
right. Smashing is smashing, and then courting means the other stuff.
Yeah.
I thought we said that. Okay.
Wait. Okay, wait. Why are you smashing the guy that you don't care about, but the guy that you care about gonna have to go through all that?
Because you're trying to see if they're worth because guess what? The guy you have long-term things with, they're going to get things that the guy you're just smashing is not. You're not giving the guy or girl. You shouldn't. See, that's where, let's go back to the basketball players. We just said he shouldn't be doing any of these things because she's a person you should just be smashing. You allowed these things in when you did. That's the problem. The relationships that people are having in overall is mirroring a lie and a fairy tale to get what you want, when they should be certain behaviors according to the type of relationship that you establish. And that's the problem. Nobody knows what they're doing no more. They just don't. That's why I said love don't have nothing to do with it. It simply has to do with laziness.
Some women don't know how to play that game and some do. If you just having sex with a man, let me tell you how I used to be back in the modern.
I'm full transparency too, cousin.
I swear to God, I wouldn't care what you were doing.
Here's what doesn't make sense to me. It seems to me that in a scenario like that, if you're giving your body to a gentleman that you don't care anything about, and your body is one of the precious things that your partner that you really want to be with is what he's going to get, why are you then giving to the one who don't care about something
You're
precious?
not doing everything with that.
Wait, let her finish, right? Because I want to.
I mean, I guess she gets the question. So, so what now?
He's saying,
well, I can't answer it because I don't understand it. What is your question? Finish it.
Why are you giving to the one? Why are you giving the gentleman you don't care about something that's precious, and you're giving, and he's not going through any of that stuff, and you're giving something that's supposedly going to be precious as well, I presume at that point, to someone you care about, but he has to go through the whole transparency thing. And the guy you just smacked, to me, the guy you don't care about should get the no. I mean,
okay, Ro, go ahead and answer. Ro, you answer first, and then I'll answer.
Yeah, to me, it's different because if you just having sex with somebody, you don't have no attachment to them or nothing. Some females really know how to block that off, like how y'all do. You just having sex with him and that's it. But when you meet somebody you love, it's still going to be different because you're going to do stuff with them that you didn't do with the man that you just smashed it. It's still stuff that you can do. Yeah, you having sex with them, but it's other stuff. It's intimacy. You can having sex and intimacy is two totally different things. You can have sex with a man all day long, but when it comes to having intimacy, that's all the way different. You can have sex with somebody and don't kiss them or do nothing. You just literally fucking them. But when you're having intimacy, you kissing, doing all that, it's different.
Does the man you care about those things? Does he care about any of it? Does the man you're going to care about care that sex is without kisses and his is with?
It's intimate. It's none of his business. They should understand the difference between intimacy and fucking. You should.
It's none of his business.
How can you not tell the difference between intimacy and having just literally just having sex? I mean, that's common sense to me.
Well,
it's two totally different things.
Well, it's for you. So this is what I will say. You guys ready? You ready? If we're going to ask that question, we could take it all the way back to why are you giving your body at all unless it's your spouse? How about that? So since we're breaking it up into categories, that is why Asia, yeah, me, yes, you. Asia, don't do the same thing with anybody that I've done with my husband. I saved things for marriage. There are things that are completely off limits. And guess what? To those guys that there are probably 3 or 4 that I just had in my lifetime that it was somebody that was a friend, what we call a bad buddy. And then there were some that it was supposed to be a long-term relationship. Even in that long-term relationship, they knew all of the things that I would never do. Don't even ask me because I'm saving them for my husband. Exactly. Point blank, period. The person that I was just having like a bad buddy with, it was still a friend. So there was like, I knew what their status was. I knew things like that. So I don't do people that I just smash. How you respect your body is for you. Intimacy, you wouldn't know if I'm giving you intimacy. The intimacy part is for me. So you're supposed to give me what I want and I'm supposed to give you what you want. So you're not going to get intimacy from me. There's going to be no not negligee. There's going to be no, well, let's meet and make it romantic. Stay into the morning. Know where I live? Not possible. Sleep in my bed? Ain't gonna happen. Those are the things, and that's why.
Get out.
But isn't that why you're having people that are people that are smashing past and people that you shouldn't be developing relationship feelings, but you're giving them relationship benefits, and now they don't want to let you go because you've had a unofficial, official relationship, so you can get what you want, and now they can't let it go. Because it didn't have a title, but they was at the family reunion. Why didn't you family reunion? They shouldn't know nothing about you.
What part of that you don't understand, JoJo? Do you understand what you're talking about, JoJo?
Here's what I don't understand.
Ron,
I don't know that a lot of men. I don't know that a lot of men would make that distinction. Why? I don't know, but I don't think that they would.
Not up. See, that's what we're trying to get you to understand. It's not up to you to make that distinction. It's up to me to make that distinction. I have the boundaries over my body. Didn't we discuss that at the beginning? Everybody's responsible for their body. If you want this, then you're going to accept what I say no to and what I say yes to. Because, and I have to do the same for you. It's no different, but I'm not going to explain to you how I treat you different because you're this versus if we did this. I'm going to move forward in that type of relationship.
Exactly. We know that we just doing it different. Like we're not going to do all the things. It may be
everyone isn't
want to do, and then we be like,
going to get the same you. Correct.
Yeah, I'm saving this for my husband. Like we can do this, but no, it's certain stuff with it. But I just don't understand. Maybe because we're older, you don't. I don't know. Shit. Let me shut up.
What you mean?
I mean, it's
been the rule since the beginning of time. That's the problem. People don't have the book no more.
I don't understand how people don't understand the difference between.
I'm going to tell you. Oh, okay. The guy who you don't care about has been inside you. The guy that you care about is also going to be inside you.
But it's still different.
Wait, hold on. To me, that guy, he won. He's been inside you. Didn't take you out on a date. Didn't have to do all the stuff that I had to do. Didn't make you feel special. Didn't make you feel beautiful. Didn't make you. Me as the person who you say you like, that likes you back, I would think there's a little level of that.
But you didn't have to.
Where I would have to do some of that stuff. But
you don't have to do anything. You're doing it because it's beneficial to you as well. You want to be actively in that relationship. We have to stop looking at the things we do as in for the. You're doing what you want to do for the relationship that you signed up for. That's what you want. You know, you're not a virgin. You've been to these places with other people that have dropped down and did things. So am I to believe that if I am with you because you have enjoyed different sexual encounters with somebody you didn't even know their name and they drop down and start sucking your dick, that I'm not important to you, that if you move forward with me and get married, it's nothing I can offer you as a wife? Am I to believe that? Or is that none of my business because today you tested negative, today we decided we're going to start a relationship and I am not to hold your They're not skeletons. They're dreams. They're fun. They're whatever. I'm supposed to move forward with you with what me and you discuss, not with anything else. None of that has anything to do with anything. You move forward how you want to move forward. Right, brother?
No, right. I want to elaborate on that. I think a lot of men fuck up with this. They fuck up because for me, I don't care what you did with the nigga previous to me or the previous 30 niggas that you did. I don't give not one single fuck what you did with anybody else. That doesn't matter to me. If I like you like that, if I like you, if I'm into you, if I want to be with you, I don't give a fuck what you did. I don't care what you did yesterday. I personally don't care. It's a waste of time trying to figure out and trying to think about what you did with this person, that person. Oh, is this special for me? I don't give one fuck. Okay. I think the guy that that you was referring to, he won because he's been inside you. Okay, he won for that moment. But if you're gonna be with a woman, you're gonna be inside her every day. He ain't winning because he ain't inside her every day. So okay, he might have got a temporary fix of what he wanted. He might have got what he wanted in that moment, but you're winning because you have her for the long haul. So we got to understand as men. I don't think we understand as men. We don't understand as men that, okay, women are human just like us. Women have emotions and hormones just like us. Women are allowed to satisfy those emotions and hormones just like we are. Okay, they're allowed to do that. So they might be dealing with somebody that they just getting their rocks off with. That's cool. That's perfectly fine. I understand that to the max. Get your motherfucking rocks off because I'm gonna get mine off. But when we go to the point where we're about to be in a relationship, I don't think it matters to sit up here and try to think about, oh man, was she doing this to him or was she doing that? I don't give a fuck. If I like you, if I'm into you like that, none of that is my concern. So it's none of my business what you did with Jose or Tyrone or whoever else you was dealing with. That ain't none of my business. We doing what we doing now. What's important is now and what we doing. So a lot of men, I think we make it difficult on ourselves doing that shit. They want to men. I think is the biggest cap is that men aren't emotional. Bull fucking shit. Bullshit.
Especially nowadays.
Whole purpose of the last bullet point.
Bullshit. Even when men are in a situationship where they smashing and they act like they don't have emotions, yes, they do. Because if they find out you messing with somebody else or you talking to somebody else and you ain't with them, they're going to fucking flip their top. I've seen it happen a gajillion times with several different men. Niggas be getting mad. Like, bro, you ain't even with. That's not your girl. What you mad at? Why you mad that she messing with him over there? That's not your girl. I thought you was just that she wasn't shit to you. So a lot of men don't want to look in the mirror and keep it real with themselves. Keep it real with yourself, my nigga, and not you, JoJo, but I'm talking about niggas, period. Just overall in general. We got to keep it real with ourselves and look in the mirror and understand what it is. So I think I get married and get into a relationship, everything is going to be fresh to me with her because it's new to me. Whatever she did with Tyrone, it's new to me. It's new to me with her. So it's a brand new experience. And I get it.
You ain't going to even know what she did with the other person.
I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Even touching on what y'all, I left the room for a minute talking about the phone thing. I think
I wouldn't want to know.
The tail end of that. I don't either. I caught the tail end of that. But you said y'all said something about somebody asking to see your phone or some shit or
the last text messages or something like that. See, I don't want to know.
I'm cutting somebody off if they ask me that. Don't fucking ask me to see my fucking text message. Okay?
And you have the right to, right? These are all questions to weed out. That's why it's so perfect.
It's not me. I don't have nothing to hide. I'm not saying that to say I have something to hide. I'm just saying if I tell you no, like yay or nay, like everybody don't believe in the Bible. That's one thing it's saying in the Bible. You ain't got to put it on God. You ain't got to put it on the stack of Bibles. You ain't got to.
You actually are not supposed to.
It's yay or nay. If I tell you that no, I'm not dealing with my baby mama like that. If you don't believe me, I'm not the one for you. I don't got to prove shit. If I tell you I'm not, I'm not. Okay, I'm a grown ass man. Okay. Now, if you feel some type of way, if you think that I'm lying or have any type of way that I'm doing anything else with it, I'm probably not the one for you. I don't need to see your phone either. I don't want to go through your phone. I want to believe you when you tell me. That's where trust lies at. If we start off by asking to see each other's phones and doing all this proving bullshit, the rest of the relationship gonna be like that. I'm not about that.
That's what Rose said. Rose said she's not taking those chances.
No, I won't say that I'm not taking no chances. I just believe like a lot of dudes lie. So that's my thing.
So you'll be asking the question.
But either way, bro, it's men out there that are the same. They want to see your phone too. So the purpose to these courting conversations is ask whatever it's about you. You have to ask what's important to you. And then if they don't, then that's how you weed them out and y'all see you're not compatible. It's not a bad thing if the person says no. You're on a first conversation or, in that courting period to weed out. Stop getting so emotional during that time because how else will you know?
The only thing that I hate is that I feel like people lie. Like
but they can lie at any time, unfortunately.
Yeah, the reason why I said I just like what the lady said because it made sense.
I liked it
when she said, "Let me see your text messages," and then you could really see. It makes sense to me. Now,
it does.
Asking somebody to do that, I probably wouldn't. Me, Rashonda, now 43. You can say you don't mess with your grandma. The hell, I don't know what.
Okay, girl.
Yo, baby mama. But I'm gonna watch how y'all are, and if I feel like it's something going on, then however I feel, I don't care if you telling me that you don't. I'm gonna go off of how I feel because most of the time, the way we feel, it's the truth, anyways. So I'm gonna go off. I'm just gonna go off of that. But I probably really wouldn't ask. Let me see your instincts.
I wouldn't, but I'm okay with it because here's the thing. Most people, let's just be honest, if both the baby mom and baby daddy is single, it's when one of them get into a relationship and start seeing if they happy or things are moving a certain way. Then it's like, oh, they are looking good again. Hell, that's when most of the shit happened after you then got into it and is going together fine. But I've never asked for a phone, but do I have a problem with that question? I don't.
I don't have a problem with it either. It makes
I wouldn't see. I'd have my phone over. Yeah, I would have my phone over.
Now, during a relationship, I feel like if you should hand your phone over, that's when I.
If I've done things to show you that I can be trusted, then it's no point to ask me at that point. Yeah, unless something has happened, then no.
You know what?
No reason for me to give you my phone.
But somebody else probably thinks the reverse.
I think I'm being a little biased on this one just because of my situation. Like, sis, you know my situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
Everybody knows that that knows me. Me and my BM, we're not cool. We're not friends. We're not none of that. So I'm very serious about that. We don't follow each other on social media. So I'll tell somebody like, look, I tell you, I don't fuck with her. Okay.
Literally.
You have to read my face when I say this. If I'm telling them, I do not fuck with her. Do not ask me to see my phone because I do not fuck with her. We're not.
But you know why people would ask you that, JoJo? How many kids do you have? I mean, JoJo, Ron. How many kids do you have with her?
3.
That's why they would ask.
But yeah,
it's just the mindset of people that it is right now. Like if you maybe had 1 child with her, it would be different. But the fact that you have 3 with her, they're gonna be like.
And see, I'm less likely to ask because he shows a person that's committed to me because he has 3 by 1 woman. I would be less likely to ask him
but these
than
girls
somebody
nowadays
else.
would think like, okay, he got 3.
Hey, it ain't no right answer. Everybody, I like that he said.
It's not. Yep, it's not.
I like that he said. I'm answering this based on what I have been. Everybody's going to ask. That's why it's okay because you want to know what your triggers and traumas are because that's how you move forward, right? If I keep getting NSF fees, eventually I'm going to figure out that I need to manage my money better. And I'm going to do that so I don't get the fees, right? It's the same. That's why people should not take things so personal. It's not, if you don't trust me, blah, blah, blah. It's not that because I don't know you not to trust you. But based on me not doing this before, I'm probably doing it now because if I'd have did it then, I'd have caught it then. Like that type of stuff. But you still have the right to say no.
Yeah,
you still have the right to say no. And
yes,
but it's some people that they have each other passwords, they share social media, all of that. I wouldn't do none of that.
I wouldn't do none of that. Me myself, issue right there. That's a trust issue right there. If you got to share social media, I'm not sharing social media with you. Like, that's a trust issue. We should be able to have our own separate accounts.
You just said you'll be asking me for my phone and my text message, and you want to share social media?
I said the lady said that.
But even if she didn't know, they only have, like, some people I know only have one social media. So if you were to send a message to me, it's going to me and my husband. You're never going to just talk to me. Like, they both have the login. They only operate out of one. That's too much.
I hate that.
That's too much.
That's an insecure couple right there.
Yes.
It's no reason why we should share.
I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm a partner.
You can have your own identity at the end of the day.
I'm not doing that.
I need my own.
I have my own identity.
We're not gonna have to have a Instagram. I got a homie. I won't name no names, but him and his girl, they got the same Instagram. It's like they name together. I'm like, man, you don't grow a fucking pair of cojones and get your own damn page, bro. Like, I'm not finna be trying. I don't need you to prove to me. I'm gonna believe you until something happens. If something happens,
I'm gonna live in bliss until you drop the bomb shit.
If you tell me you're not dealing with your baby daddy or you and him ain't cool, I'm gonna take your word on that. Okay?
Until you prove me different.
The only way I'm gonna need to step in if you getting disrespected or something like that is happening. You know what I'm saying? Or if there's an argument about the kids and he talking about coming over to blow up the house or doing something like that, like, then that's when I'm gonna need to step in. But as far as how you deal with your baby daddy, that ain't none of my fucking business. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Like, and how I don't deal with mine. So I got real irritated with somebody that asked me that, like, a couple times. Oh, you sure you ain't talking?
Yeah, don't overly are you sure me? Like, I'm not no fucking liar. So until I give you a reason, I'm not going to be accused in advance or be treated like that in advance. But Ivory said in response to JoJo, he must have tagged in a friend. Just kidding, Ivory. Thanks for watching. It says, I don't believe he's talking about the past. I believe that's past. I believe he's talking about two current people dating each other. One is a potential and the other is a no, focused on the possibility. So that's not what he's saying. Because, or if he is, those two are not in the same space. If you're dating with intention, the mere fact that you're dating with intention means you shouldn't have somebody on the side that you're smashing. Smashing is because then you're not being true to what you just told this person, that you want a long relationship. You're looking for something serious. Those two are not running parallel. If you're being honest, those two should not run parallel. What he is saying is, how is one man getting the same thing to him as the man who put in zero effort? First, that's why I explained there's no smash person that I've ever had that was a nobody. So that's the first thing. So it's the parameters that you deal with, though. But again, either way, we can break it down to, if I am dating JoJo right now today, and I tell him at my age, oh, I haven't done these things, I still have the right to withhold them from him until he says, will you marry me? And we walk down the aisle. Because the reality is, if you write down your partners, name the first that you have with them partners. If you blow them out with the first one, what you doing to the next one's lying? What makes that one so special that we just talked about all these areas where we're asking questions because something has happened? So that means that relationship ended, right? If all those relationships ended, nothing was solid. Nothing had a definite, right? So you're going to give yourself over and over and over and over and invest yourself like that? Nah, sis, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to. I know you don't know him, baby. That's why I said thank you for joining. But I like that you're, I really am happy that you're here, and I thank you. If you don't see a future, and see yourself as a wife, don't give the goods to someone that you know don't see a future with you. How many people have walked down the aisle for a future and it didn't end that way? The reality is, that's why I started with hitting the microphone. Unless you're a virgin, when you get married, we can't say any of these things.
And I don't know nobody that was a virgin when they got married.
Nobody.
Well, I do, but Jesus, y'all. But yes, zero. That is the point. But
I don't know.
But to our point, that's why all of us kind of started, except JoJo, and he's from Africa, where that's where he starts with where I'm from, what I'm used to, because it is It sounds like it's a little bit different there.
All the way different out there.
Yeah, it ain't all the way different, but it is different. Yeah, because it's not. Like it's not because they still hide their people. It's like it was when we first came here, but we're not going back down that exactly.
You're not going back down.
Now we have just simply been honest with ourselves and broke this shit down into categories.
She's so convinced.
Was you a virgin when you got married?
She talks like that.
Was you a virgin when you got married?
I think out there,
I'm not convinced on nothing. You use those words that 100%, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot different. It's not a lot different. I'm not giving one credit over the other. We're not finna do that.
With JoJo them out there, the women be virgins, not the men.
And I don't think a lot of them be virgins because if the rape rate is so high, prostitution, we're not going to go into this. That could be a whole nother show because we already did this. That was on another show and I'll pin it right here. That was in another show and I will pin it right here. Let's read the lady's comment and respond to what she said. Does anybody want to respond to what she said?
If you don't see a future and you see yourself being wife giving the goods that, I can't agree because I just don't agree. Ain't nobody perfect out here.
Yeah.
So if I want to have sex with you, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I agree with that concept. I mean that's I don't think that's realistic because
it ain't realistic. If I want to have sex with you, I'm gonna have sex with you. Now, if that don't mean I can see you totally different as a husband. I might love having sex with you, but I don't see you as husband material.
So I'm withholding some of myself. What were you going to say, Ron? Wait, I'm sorry.
I was going. I agree with Rose. I mean, it's
okay.
Realistically, it's not that simple. I don't think it's that simple. I don't think
the flesh is weak.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's. We do what we want to do, man. We live down here and we do what we want to do. And I think that's used. I think the goods that we talk about is used too much as this fucking sacred ass jewel. No, it's literally your body. It's your body part. And if you want your body part to
you do whatever you want to with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like you do. It's not. This is not some fucking treasure or some shit. Like this is your body part that. And I'm not saying it's not.
I know.
I'm just saying this is something. This is your actual. This is something that's attached to you, and you do what you want to do with it. And you're not doing it for the other person. You're doing it for yourself. Okay.
Amen.
First and foremost, you're doing it for yourself. So
you should.
You should anyway. So I mean, and like y'all to y'all point earlier, when you do find someone that you're you think that you want to be with or whatnot, that's when you approach it differently. You want to approach it differently. You don't want to approach it like it's just some random hookup or some random booty call. You want to approach that differently, and you want to make that special to yourself. He's not going to know the difference. Let's keep it real. Once he, get inside, and once we get, you ain't thinking about none of that other shit. If you thinking about another nigga while you fucking a girl, something is wrong with you. Okay, we're not thinking about that.
You should be noticing the new shit she doing.
That's what I'm saying. So it's for yourself. It's for that. Like y'all point earlier, it's for yourself. Once you approach somebody that you want to be with, you're doing those things for your own satisfaction, for your own self. He's not going to know the difference.
That way you have no regrets.
If you up here, if you on top of a woman, or if you behind the woman, you thinking in your head, damn, I wonder what she doing in markets like this. You probably gay or some shit. Like, I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't be thinking about no nigga.
Or you just insecure. You're an insecure man.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So if we now establish that, it's her body, she does whatever she wants with it.
And him too. It's his body too.
In the beginning of the conversation, did we have the same energy for Anthony Edwards? And it's his body, he does whatever he wants with it.
We did. We said you're accountable for your body.
We do have the same.
Responsible?
Yes.
We did.
He still is responsible because now you're telling somebody else what to do with their body. You got her pregnant, so now you telling her you don't want no baby, so you need to go get an abortion.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if it wasn't nothing like that, it would be different.
Right. And we said he's responsible for his body.
Both of them have accountability.
Yeah.
In that. He does and she does too. But
for
you to tell her, oh, I don't want no baby, so you need to go get an abortion, that's not right because that's not his body. Now,
no, I understood that part.
Yeah.
Selfish.
I understood that part.
Okay. That's it.
It's super selfish. Men are that irks me when men do that. Like, you can't sit up just because you don't want a baby. First of all, you ain't the one that's going in there risking your body getting an abortion. Men don't realize getting an abortion, it could fuck you up long term.
It could kill you.
It could
I
kill
wish
you.
men could get abortion. I wish they could. I wish they could have periods and cramps and everything.
Right.
So
I paid. This niggas here. Oh, I paid for it. I offered her some money. I made her get an abortion. Like, when I hear men brag about the abortions that they made women get, I'm like, you're a sick motherfucker.
Brag.
You're sick because you're sitting up here acting like getting an abortion is just eating a piece of candy. Motherfucker, do you know what getting an abortion is? Let's go. Let you go get an abortion. You go let somebody stick something up your
men cannot even deal with half of the stuff we do. That's why I said I wish they could even have cramps. They have a game out. I don't know where you can get it, but you could put the little tabs on the man and you could turn it up to let them feel
I saw that, the simulation.
Yeah, to see what cramps feel like. And they would have the cramps on mild. Like where we walked at
I saw that study.
And the man was bowing down like, oh my gosh. And when they put the same on the ladies, they was like, this is what you
this
like.
Is nothing. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see if I can find it and put it in the comments.
I think that's why men are like that, because they don't know what it feels like, everything we go through to get an abortion, to have a period. Oh, you go get an abortion because I don't want no baby. That's
Rose. It's more of men don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. Man. That's what I think.
They don't give a fuck. Like,
because that's crazy.
You gotta think about women that you guys carry the baby. Like, think about how many men dog they baby mama out while she's pregnant. Like, she's carrying your child, nigga. She has some a human growing inside of her, pressed against
your human,
pressing against her
that you organs, gave her.
That's your human. That's your human too.
Of her, that you put inside of her.
Yes.
She's going through how many niggas do they baby the ones they knock up so wrong, having them walk to their doctor's appointments or go by themselves, no emotional support, not giving a fuck. Men just don't give a fuck. Like, that's just keeping it a band. Men don't give a fuck, and it's sad. They don't care about the pain. They don't care about none of that, and it's selfish and it's sad. It's sad to sit up here and knock a whole bunch of. That's why we don't act answering you, JoJo. That's why we don't ask Dome. Yes, you could do what you want with your body, but don't get somebody pregnant because you don't want that fucking kid. Look at what Dwight Howard did to Royce. He had a kid with her and made her sign the gag order. You can't speak about our kid. What the fuck? What type of shit is that? That type of shit is sick up here.
No, I didn't know that.
I'm tired of the excuses for men. There's no accidents getting somebody pregnant. There's no slip-ups. It's intentional, or you just don't care. Okay?
It ain't no way. And I hate when men say that a woman trapped them, because there's no way
you didn't get trapped. But wear a fucking condom or pull
your
ass
take
out.
Birth control.
Wait, can't be trapped, so she can't poke the condom. She can't.
You stupid if you let her poke the condom.
If she poked the condom, then you still a dummy, because how's she doing that? You should have your own condom. You should have your own condom.
Thank you. Exactly.
So what is it, tug of war who gets to pick the condom? I did always wonder that one. Our next show is going to be about contraceptives, because we are going to talk about some of the sneak ways things can happen, because I don't know the answer to that question for real. And we have to wrap up for tonight. And that's a good breaking point, because I'm for real. I don't know, because I be thinking I would want to use mine, because I don't, if you in a something like that, but they might want to, what do you do? Go to the store and buy a brand new box? Maybe that. Open the box in front of each other. Listen, that's why I don't do all of this. Okay, that's why I don't do all of this, because I can't even enjoy the shit, because by the time I'm done just getting prepared, I'm exhausted.
Cool.
But that depends on the type of person you dealing with.
That's what I'm saying. If you have to do all of these things, and that's what we'll talk about on the next one, how to protect yourself and how even that could go wrong. So it's just better to not do what you're not supposed to do. How about that? So, brother, you want to wrap us up for the evening? Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. What I'm on the side, I'm always gonna talk to the fellas first. I think it's not enough men holding other men accountable because they're afraid of what men gonna say to them. But I don't give a fuck. I don't fear no man on this earth, and I don't care what a man thinks about me or says about me. I'm gonna hold men accountable for what I'm gonna say to y'all niggas is stop being goofy. Stop being goofy. There's no excuses. There's no, oh no. I don't have those type of problems. Okay. I haven't been in a committed relationship in quite some time. I don't have those type of problems. Okay. Intentionally. Okay. I don't have them type of problems. You have to be a man about your shit. Okay. You have to be a man about your shit. So we need to start being men, call each other out, stop making excuses for these niggas, and make sure we do this for the next generation, for our sons, for our nephews. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna lead off with this. You're not gonna like what these men do to your daughters, nieces, women, girls that are important to you. You be ready to kill a motherfucker. So think about what you would want for your daughters and your nieces under you when you're dealing with women yourself. Okay, we're gonna end off with that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share.
Wait, let me show you. I forgot. Y'all, let me show y'all my elf on the show. Y'all ready? I'm gonna show you. It's right here, and it's Snoop Dogg with a blunt.
Oh,
I was about to say,
I need that.
I
need that. Oh, I need that. Oh, that's hard. I need that. I need that.
Okay, go ahead and close this out. He'll be moving tomorrow.
Make sure y'all join us next week so we can finish this topic. These are important topics that we need to talk about to continue to advance our culture. Like, subscribe, share. None and Madam. Talk to Rose. Y'all catch her show. Check her out. She on every Wednesday, right? Catch her show.
Rose, I'm coming in there, fucking up the whole place.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be crossing shows over pretty soon and everything. But make sure y'all check us out every week and come back next week so we can finish talking about these important things. Thank y'all for watching, and we out for tonight.
Good night.